Hey everybody, it's your boy John, back with another review from the White Claw Factory. Ya boy John, I gotta get that right. Dang it! All right, this is how you do these reviews. You know, you get your phone and you do this. I'm gonna review Black Ops today. Black Ops is a comic about a bunny Black Ops operative. Very funny stuff. As you can tell from the covers, it's just like played straight parody, very funny stuff, very cute, but very cool at the same time. Good concept, I love it. And yeah, 2 issues was the first volume. Timothy Lim is a friend of mine. He streams with me all the time if you watch the channel, so I'm just going to get that out of the way right now. I don't usually talk about a lot of newer books because I try to stick with the older stuff because you can be a little more fair with the criticism, things like that, not worry about hurting anybody's feelings, but I think I'm good enough friends with Tim that I can hurt his feelings all day long and it'll be fine. So this is the book. I'm going to open it up. It starts out with a exposition about Black Ops' origin. Basically, it's a 6-page deal, and it doesn't fit in with the rest of the story. So it's very cutely laid out from a artistic perspective with these classified, and you get to kind of think about it, but it comes across a lot as exposition at the same time. Now, the exposition gets broken up by this beautiful 2-page spread here with a super kawaii Japanese girl and the bunny, and this is the nuclear explosion in Japan in the 40s, and the bun gets left. Oh, everybody's dead. Poor sad bun. And then gets picked up by an American GI. Now, like I said, the exposition comes back. This is a lot of opening exposition for a story. I probably would have layered this in as flashbacks or something into the main story, so there wasn't 6 pages of explanation before we actually get into what's going on. A lot of text, as you can see, once they start explaining things, and that actually becomes even more so once they get into more classified pages. It doesn't feel like actual pieces of the story. It feels like something detached, I guess, is what I'd call it. You know, obviously the layouts are nice for what it is, but it doesn't flow great as a story. Ronald Reagan call out right there. Lots more text. One thing I'll also say about the text is the lettering was done too small. It's actually a bit of a strain to read unless you get up real close. And I've got pretty good eyesight, so I'm not one of those. But the lettering's much smaller than your average comic, so I would have liked larger lettering. So yeah, that's the 6-page exposition start. I think it's a little much. Again, this is really nice. This feels like story, but these little layouts, just feel like, I guess, bonus pages that probably shouldn't have been a part of the book. But once you get past that, we get into the actual story where they go into modern times, and we have Black Ops USA GI right here, just hanging out, and everything comes back. So this is where the writing gets really good, and I appreciate it. Like this stump where he's sitting ends up mattering at the end. It's a nice emotional point. We've got a U.S. operative trying to get him to go on a mission. The bun doesn't talk, so you can't really get a sense and you think he's maybe ignoring the guy, and then he turns into his USA GI. So the plot is he goes to North Korea and fights North Korea. Here's a second bunny in North Korea that's helping him out. This everything pays off is the cool part about the writing here. Every little thing, like this little bunny here, pays off later. The stump pays off later. There's Kim Jong-un, who's got a little cat, pays off in the second issue also. Unleash the hounds on him. Very cool. So once we get into this part of the story, it's just like a nicely paced read through. This is freaking hilarious with the bunny setting off a grenade and more. There's the Kim Jong-un scenes. I'm gonna try to just kind of go over this quick so that you go by and read this. And then we've got a guard with his pet tiger. This pays off again at the end. And the hounds didn't work out, so they send out tigers to deal with the bun. But the bun's this awesome. And then, of course, he's got a little thump, because that's his online moniker, his thump. Pretty cute. Cute stuff all the way around. More tiger stuff. So we have a fight. Kim Jong-un's really upset. The guards are all really upset. Bunny. Oh, here's the payoff. I thought this was in the second issue. But it's cool. And I thought this was in the second issue too. Whoops. Yeah, so there are payoffs for everything that gets layered in. Nice foreshadowing that gets done. The bunny escapes the animal traps and is on his way to stop a missile launch that's going to kill things at any moment, and that's the end of the issue. All right. Cute first issue. Like I said, the beginning was a little bit slow, and then it picked up very nicely. And all the little like foreshadowings and payoffs were very good. The art's really nice, obviously. I love this style. It's like a half manga style. That's the first issue. We get into the second, and it's a conclusion. Bun has to go deal with the nuclear explosion. Boom, boom, boom. I skipped a few pages. Some good action stuff here. A lot less development in the second issue. I mentioned the cat from Kim Jong-un. There he is right here. That's going to be your boss battle of this. And the Bun goes and fights and has to go stop the launch. And boom, boom, boom. As you can see, blows up the rocket, saves the day. Bunny's a hero. Bunny goes back home. We'll call out to Edwin Boyette right there. North Korea then ironically says they're going to end their nuclear weapons program and deal with the United States. This was a foreshadowing of reality, I guess. So good stuff. It's all really well done throughout this issue. That exposition problem from that first issue, absolutely gone at this point. And I chalk that up to, the story going along. I also chalk it up to, them getting better as they progress with this, because I think this was one of their first books they did together. Excellent second issue. I will say on the plot end, it's a little bit thin for 2 issues. I think this could have probably been done with 1. So you've got, the GI going out, trying to stop that missile. The animal scenes were part of book 1, and then the actual missile stopping and fighting all the guards was really book 2 with the big cat boss battle. Probably could have been condensed into 1 issue from a pacing perspective. But it's fine because it's a lot of action and all this stuff's fast paced and the pages turn pretty quickly. So there's that. There's a little epilogue where the Bun gets back here, and I believe this is not in the graphic novel contents. And you get some extras with some character bios. I love this stuff. I like the actual pictures too. That's cute. And there you go. Little more epilogue with the Bun, and there you go. So that's it. Pretty good book. I think it's a great first start. I think Hair Trigger is going to be even better because what I've noticed with these guys is they did their My Hero Macadamia, and it was a pretty good straightforward parody of My Hero Academia with political bent. And then they got into book 2, and book 2 really just took it a much deeper direction. So what I saw, which is called Wall Might, and that book was just phenomenal. So I expect the new Hair Trigger to be better than this. I'd call this an 8 out of 10 comic book. It had a few issues with it, but I overall enjoyed it. I enjoyed the art, and I think the storyline was pretty good. I ended up caring about the characters, especially the bunny, and that's what matters. And so I expect that Hair Trigger will be better than this, and will really deepen everything from a better perspective, because that's what Mark Pellegrini tends to do in the writing, and I am looking forward to it. So I hope you'll check out the book 2. From what I understand, you do not need book 1 to read it. It's just going to be pretty standalone bunny Black Ops adventuring, so please back it. I'll put the link in the comments or in the description there. And if you like it, like this video, subscribe, and I'll be doing more of this content as we go along because I'm trying to develop the channel here. All right, until next time, guys, talk to you soon.